now turn to Kevin Hodes, who has lived a life full of unique experiences and connections. From cooking for celebrities on luxurious yachts to building a successful credit card processing company rooted in honesty and integrity, he discovered that success isn't just about what you know or who you know. It's about how you connect with people and the empathy you extend to others. Let's take a look.
For over 25 years, I've been in the crazy credit card processing industry across the country, helping people achieve their goals by being more profitable in their business. The inspiration to write the chapter is to give people the inspiration themselves to have the ability to go out and do what they want to do in their lives by listening and seeing what others do. But more importantly, not everybody gets a chance to put their thoughts and feelings in a book that will impact others. There's so many stories to tell, but I will say that one of the most influential ones was the fellow that I worked for in the last private yacht that I worked. And he and their family were the original distributors of Coca-Cola in 1906. And he once said to me, he goes, you know, every time somebody opens up a Coke, I'm making some sort of money. And I was like, I gotta remember that. So when I kind of ran across this industry, you know, it's a business about pennies, nickels, and dimes and volume of processing credit cards. I was like, I will eat this up. Gotta love to do this. When I met Sarah, I never even thought about having a family in the picture of me when I was trying to conquer the world in the chefing world. We literally jumped ship and went off to venture into something else, into the world of sales, and that's where the credit card processing industry fell into my lap, and it just worked out better because I didn't have to be working as a chef on a private yacht, traveling so much. Sometimes you have to jump ship, start anew, and Sarah really changed the whole dynamic of my thought process, but a wonderful change for sure. I really enjoy the sharing of challenge coins. I was never in the military, but I have a deep appreciation for the veterans that have signed up, and of course, my freedom's not free. And it has incredible meaning. The challenge coins themselves were something that many years ago, you would have a coin and you would put it on the bar, and the last person to put it up on the bar technically would have to pay for all the beers for everybody. But it became a really good thing of transitioning and sharing with others. And I have probably a couple hundred challenge coins in my office, but I've probably given over the past 12 years, I don't know, maybe a few thousand of them out all over the country. You know, being from New York, I have a cousin that was a New York City firefighter, and on 9/11 he may have been off, but on 9/12 he went to the mound and he wound up helping clear some of all the Twin Towers that were there, and he was looking for his fellow comrades that all perished a day prior. But of course, he got the cancer that people didn't know really existed, and he wound up passing away. And now the family has put up a memorial golf tournament, and there's a firehouse named after him. But being one of the first was never a good thing, but at least it's bringing more closure to others for these things that they're doing with these golf tournaments and things of that nature. So I've created these challenge coins that I give away to these people when I see them. This one specifically has a lot of meaning. In general, it's a pentagon. So of course 9/11 with the pentagon, it has the Twin Towers on it. And then of course we have the we'll never forget, freedom isn't free. I kind of give these a lot to people. Like I'll be in the airport and I'll just go up to somebody that is a captain of a plane, and I'll say, hey, are you a veteran? They'll say yes, and then I kind of shake their hand, give them the challenge coin, and then I move on, and then they're like, wait a minute, what just happened? So it's always very fun to give the challenge coin to people. But I do a very large military appreciation night each year, and that military appreciation night, I give out a lot of coins to a lot of veterans at those events. It's a little closer to home for me, and it's really, it just goes back to the whole premise that our freedom's not free, and we always have to be watching. And people don't actually take into account what these people are doing for us, the police, the fire, the EMS, the veterans, and they're sacrificing. They don't get paid a lot, but they are really going out and being first responders, and they should be recognized. So that's why we started doing the Military Appreciation Night. The American Fallen Soldiers Project was delivering portraits to families of fallen soldiers. And we have a very famous fellow that people know about, the American sniper, Chris Kyle. And Chris, while he perished here at home, he was helping his fellow veteran. And we presented a portrait to him at halftime at this very large Military Appreciation Night that I'm the sponsor of in my neck of the woods. And I think people just don't get recognized. So it really works out well to present these portraits to families of fallen all over the country. The empathy and understanding for business owners is understanding what their issues and problems are. So if we can empathize with the issues and the problems that they're having, we can then have better understanding to what we would be doing moving forward to make sure that the issues and problems they're having go away. And if you are an expert in your field and you know what you're doing, then obviously having the correct values and integrity behind what you're doing, well, it comes to the forefront and people want to work with you. And that's what's been part of our success. Probably a bigger part of our success is just helping people. And that's one of the things I love to do. I love to help people. And when you're helping people, you help yourself. Mr. Thompson was their family was the original distributor of Coca-Cola, and it was the last private yacht that I worked on. Of course, it's where I met my wife, Sarah. And we used to, even before Sarah was on board, I would bake cookies and we would talk to the owners of the boat. They would bring on senators, and you would have these people that were very successful in business, and you would just sit and have a chat. And when you're on this big boat, there's nowhere to go. So me, I'm pretty personable, love to have knowledge, and I learned from a lot of different people. I remember Mr. Thompson actually saying, he goes, I bought that building and sold that one 3 times. And I had a real estate venture over here, and oh, I had this thing over here, and it just failed terribly, miserably. But he would go into a lot of details about how business worked, and I was just constantly putting them in the back of my brain. And I became a business owner. I started implementing a lot of those things that I was taught by some of these other business owners that I've been around. Now, with having thousands of clients across the country, I'm taking a lot of the bits and the information that they're giving me, and I'm also applying those. And I'm able to see the world much differently than if you were just going into one business and knowing one business owner. Get a circle of experts that will tell you the things that you need to know, not things that are going to, stroke your ego. It's too late after you open up your business and you've surrounded yourself with all the wrong people. You need to find all the experts that know what they're doing. You need to find somebody who knows what they're doing in the credit card processing industry. You need to have a really experienced financial planner. You need to have a really experienced coach. And one thing that people do miss when it comes to opening a business is they never look at the exit strategy. You need to have an exit. You have to figure that out before you get into business, so you have the ability to make the correct decisions. And then with the team of experts that you put yourself and surrounded yourself with, then everybody can focus on the goal, and that's to be successful in business.
Kevin's journey reminds us that success is not solely defined by our accomplishments, but by the meaningful relationships we build along the way. Whether it's cooking for celebrities, leading a successful business, or honoring our veterans, his story illustrates how compassion and integrity can create a lasting impact on the lives of others.